Some of the things I really liked on the portfolio site for the company Woodwork were the transitions and the way content was laid out on the portfolio page. I think something that could be better is the functionality of the navigation bar. While the animations were really cool, it was almost a little too much and distracted me from where I was trying to go. One thing I did really like about the navigation page was that it displayed the contact information. I think something that makes this site unique was the transition of the content on the portfolio page. I really liked how it had a scrolling feature, but instead of actually scrolling, it just cycled to new content. This site houses a pretty varying array of content, from game design to marketing work. Each individual project page, when hovered over, gives a brief description, while the page itself uses color schemes to reflect the given project and gives a more detailed account with a ton of useful and informative content. This site I really loved, even though I'm not too into parallax scrolling. I think the header on this site is really strong and inviting and definitely makes me want to know more. I think I would have liked this site a little more if the layout of the content itself had been as attention-grabbing as the header. What I found unique about this site was definitely the copy. On a lot of the sites I explored, I found a lot of artists who seemed to take their work really seriously. On this site, I definitely got the impression that Jesse understands his client base and has built a site that makes them feel as if he is speaking directly to them, not just whoever lands on the page. On the site, Willman exhibits some web design work, app design, and illustrations. I love the way the projects are introduced in regards to the copy. I just think there is something lacking in their presentation. I gravitated toward this last site because of its simplicity. In contrast to the first site I viewed, it has a serious lack of animation and a really simplified design. What I think worked best on this site was the inclusion of the email list subscribe button at the bottom of the page. It was a great call to action, and I liked that it was repeated on every page of the site. I think something that would benefit this page would be the inclusion of a simple header, giving the user a better idea of what the portfolio is all about, instead of just throwing you right into the content. There isn't much about this site making it unique, which I think plays to its benefit. After viewing a ton of portfolio sites, I couldn't help but think what a breath of fresh air such a simple and intuitive design was. The content housed on this site is primarily branding work and some really cool hand-drawn illustrations. What I liked about the way the projects were documented was that the descriptions were very minimal, which I think reflected the layout of the site. I also love that instead of creating a different page for each logo he designed, he just put them all on one page. In closing, I think some of the similarities between these sites are that while in different ways, they all make their content the most important part of their pages, letting you in on a sense of their personalities and capabilities, but still keeping the focus on what they can provide to a potential client. I've been inspired by these designs to create a portfolio site that reflects more of what I can provide than what I'm interested in. I think by arranging it in a way that the content stands strong and is the focus while including engaging copy will definitely benefit my final result.